Imagine opening a foldable phone and not being able to tell where it folds. No line, no dent, no reminder that you're using early-stage tech. That's exactly what Samsung quietly flexed at CES 2026, and honestly, it might be the biggest leap foldables have seen yet. On the show floor, Samsung had two phones side by side. One was familiar, a regular Galaxy Z Fold with the crease we've all accepted as just how foldables are. And right next to it was something very different. Same shape, same idea. But the screen? Completely smooth. Not hard to see smooth, just smooth. The kind where you tilt it under lights, look for reflections, and still struggle to find where the display bends. It wasn't a render or a concept either. This was a working prototype, and from everything we're hearing, this exact display tech is heading straight into the Galaxy Z Fold 8. There is technically a bend, sure, but it's so subtle you only notice it if you're actively hunting for it. And the crazy part is, this isn't even exclusive to Samsung. This is the same display technology they're reportedly supplying for Apple's first foldable. Different size, different shape, same idea. The crease finally is on borrowed time. But Samsung didn't stop there because this year they're not launching two foldables. They're launching three. Carrier listings have revealed three model numbers already. One for the Z Fold 8, one for the Z Flip 8, and a third one that doesn't match anything Samsung has ever released before. Internally, it's using an entirely new naming code, which immediately tells us this isn't just another variation. This is a brand new category. Leaks suggest this third device is a wide fold. Think book-style foldable but shorter and wider, closer to a passport shape. Something that makes more sense for apps, multitasking, and media, without feeling like you're holding a TV remote. And if that sounds familiar, it's because Apple's rumored foldable is expected to use a very similar form factor. Samsung knows what's coming, and they're clearly trying to get there first. Timing matters here too. According to reliable sources, this wide fold is now expected to launch in July alongside the Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8. Not later in the year. Not as a surprise add-on, a full three-device foldable lineup all at once, right before Apple has a chance to enter the market. Now let's talk hardware, because this is where things get genuinely impressive. The Galaxy Z Fold 8 is rumored to weigh just 200 grams. For context, that's barely heavier than a regular flagship phone. And somehow Samsung is pulling this off while increasing the battery to around 5,000 milliamp hours. The current Fold sits at 4,400, so you're getting a lighter phone with a bigger battery, two displays, and a hinge. That's not a small upgrade. That's serious engineering. Put it this way, the iPhone 17 Pro is expected to weigh around 206 grams. Samsung is about to sell a foldable that weighs less than that. The Z Flip 8 might be even more shocking. The latest reports point to a weight of just 150 grams. That's almost 40 grams lighter than the current Flip. There was some confusion earlier with conflicting numbers, but the most recent leaks are sticking to 150. And if that's true, it would make this one of the lightest foldables ever made. The only unknown right now is battery life. We don't yet know how much capacity Samsung had to sacrifice, if any, to hit that weight. All three of these phones have already shown up in US carrier databases, which is important. That means they're past internal testing and are now being optimized for real-world networks. Historically, that puts them about 6 to 9 months away from launch, lining up perfectly with a July or August Unpacked event. Pricing, at least for the main two, looks surprisingly stable. Early information suggests the Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8 could launch at the same prices as their predecessors. There may be regional increases, especially in South Korea, but globally, Samsung seems motivated to keep things competitive. The wide fold is still a mystery, though. New form factor, new category, unknown price. So let's take a step back. Samsung is preparing three foldables in 1 year. A Z Fold 8 with a near-invisible crease, lighter body, and bigger battery. A Z Flip 8 that's pushing weight limits we didn't think were possible. And a completely new wide fold designed to go head-to-head with Apple's first foldable, launching earlier to set the narrative. This doesn't feel like Samsung experimenting anymore. This feels like Samsung going all in. If they get this right, 2026 might be the year foldables stop being a niche and start becoming normal. And the crease? That thing we all tolerated for years? It might finally be gone. So now I'm curious, is the creaseless fold what sells you on foldables, or is that mystery wide fold the one to watch? Drop your thoughts down below and I'll see you in the next one.